everybody. Let me fix my, I've been making woodblock prints and I just saw the time. It's time to be live. So here I am and I'm gonna wait for y'all to get here while I sit in a warm studio in a sunshiny place. Thank goodness. I'll wait for everybody to get it. Oh, let's see. I better get going over here, right? Let's see if it notifies me that I'm live. Hi, Deborah. I'm glad you're here. Yay. Let's see here. Go over here. Where am I? Where am I? Nope, not here yet. Hi, Bunky. I'm glad you're here too. And Judy's here. Wonderful. Yay. Hi, Sandra. How's everybody doing? Hey, Luann. So glad to get to hang out with y'all a little bit this afternoon in the sunshine. Okay, here I am. Let me do this and this so I can see your comments. Hi, Kathy. God bless you too. There's Elizabeth, Mary Jane, and Kim. Oh, my buddies are showing up. This makes me happy. Hi, Beth and Elaine. Help. Oh, what's wrong, Elaine? Oh, yeah, that was supposed to be hello. Okay, sorry. Good afternoon, Lori. Happy Sunday, Becky. Hey, Liz. Hi, Tammy. It is warming up. Yes, it is in the 50s. I think it's 57 already. So yay. Hi, Eva and Joyce and Susie from Arkansas. I'm so glad y'all are here. We're going to create a woodblock print design today. I realized it's been a while since I've done a new woodblock print. And so I thought, well, it would be a good time to do it and hang out with y'all. And oh, but you made it. Well, wonderful. Thank you, Judy. This was a Amazon quarantine purchase. So I just got this on Amazon and it's very comfy. Thank you. 31 in New York. Yeah, we're supposed to get into the 60s this week. So this snow is starting to melt, but I am learning how long it takes for 9 inches of snow to get out of here. It doesn't just disappear as soon as the sun comes out, like most of our snows do that are just dustings. There's Sandra from Fayetteville, Alabama. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Ginger. Is anybody, and there's Becky. Oh, the gang's all here. Everybody's coming on in. That's great. Yes, oh, Luann, I'm so happy to be thawing out too. That was a doozy. And I'm hoping to get out of this house a little bit tomorrow. I've got a lot of work to do, but I have got to get out of this house. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you. Like I was saying, it's my Amazon quarantine, one of my Amazon quarantine shirts. There's Eva Louise Wilson, 73 in Southern California. I can't wait for those temps. Yes, it has been so cold. Hi, Carol. Yeah, quarantine purchases. You never know what you're going to get. Hey, Destry. Happy you're here. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get, but, you know, you couldn't, even when we could get into the stores, you still can't try anything on. So might as well order it online and, you know, you win some, you lose some, but Amazon's good about returns, so I lucked out on a few things I got from Amazon this year during quarantine, and they worked. Okay, so I thought, y'all know I'm all about the birds and the birdhouses, and you can see the Tatertown birdhouses right here behind me that I finished up. I started on Thursday with y'all, and then I finished them up Friday. So I thought there's the little whimsical birds, you know, the tall chicks that you can buy the kits in in our shop. Well, I used to just paint them before we actually made them into wood birds. Hey, Tabitha. You're in Alabama and Sherry is in Southeast Kansas. Okay, yay. Hey, Marie. So I thought, why not design with my friends a woodblock print where I paint 5 of those little birds. You can also see how I painted them in case you want to paint your kits that way too, just a thought. And I saw, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was those creative chicks that posted this cute little image this morning. It was different birds and a cute little sunshine, and it just said every little thing's going to be all right. And that makes me feel better. That reminder makes me feel better. And I thought, why wouldn't somebody else might want that. And if we design a woodblock print, as many people that want it can have it. We can reproduce it as many times as needed, put it in the shop if we want to, put it in my booth at Southern Vintage, and it might just make a little happy gift for somebody. So this has been a week. And hey, Tabitha, Patricia. Oh, I'm so glad y'all are here. First of all, 3 of my sweet friends in the crafters circle have either lost their little puppy dogs or their dogs are having a rough time. So that hurts my heart. And then I don't know how closely you follow my page, but I had the biggest blessing with that little bird late Thursday after I went live making starting those bird houses. The oddest thing, we've had so many bluebirds. They're my absolute favorite in our backyard. And I was sitting here working, and I noticed this one that was having trouble. Was trying to fly up to our bird houses. We've got bird houses all across the top of our shed out back. And they had been all huddling in there for warmth. And I've been feeding them really, really good all week. There's one right now on my shepherd's hook and one over there eating. They're still here. But they must know I'm talking about them. I've got 4 right over here right now. Anyway, they've gotten me through this week of craziness. That's been the bright spot in being cooped up, is watching my bluebirds. And this little bluebird was trying to fly up and get to the birdhouses, and he couldn't. And so then he hopped over and he tried to fly up to, we've got a window box on the window in the shed. I posted a gazillion pictures this week, y'all may have seen, but he couldn't quite make it up that high. And I kept watching him, and it kept hurting my heart. And I thought, well, I had not stepped foot out of this house all week long. So I don't even have a huge, like a winter coat or anything. We don't have hard winters here. I had a pair of my son's old, I don't know if they were hunting boots or what, but I just put those on my feet and laced them up tight so they wouldn't come off, and stuck a jacket on and gloves. And I just walked out there, and I thought, he's either gonna be able to fly to get away from me, or I'll be able to lift him up, close enough that he could get to one of the birdhouses, or at least on the window box, and then maybe he could have made it. So I walked out there. That sweet, precious, beautiful little creature just let me take him into my hands, just like that. And I was talking to him, trying to calm, very softly and calmly so I wouldn't scare it. And I was gonna just put it down. We had laid one piece of wood on top of the window box so we could put food right there for him. And he wasn't gonna let go of me. He was not gonna get on that window box ledge. I held him up closer to the bird houses. There was another little bird peeking out. He didn't even mind me being there. And I held him up, and he just wasn't going anywhere. So I just very carefully cupped my hands, or my gloved hands around him, and stood there thinking, now what? What am I going to do now? And I thought, well, I need a picture of this at least to prove that I got to hold a bluebird in my hands. I was stunned. So I was slowly walking back to the house so I could get Chris to get my phone and take a picture for me. When he saw me, he couldn't believe what he was seeing. And so right before Chris came out, I just would like that on this little bird. As soon as I started doing that, he just tucked his little head back and cozied up and went right to sleep. And I thought, well, okay, he's not going anywhere, and this is obviously he's comfortable. So Chris came out, and I said, what am I going to do? You know, I'm not putting him back down in the snow. And Sherry, I've got to make a yarn bluebird. I really do. That's so cool. And hi, Dan. I'm just going on and on about my bluebird. So I told Chris, I said, shut the door to the studio that goes into the house, and we'll block the doggy door. And he did all of that for me, and I just walked in this door and sat right over in the chair and thought, well, I'll just be here for the duration until he wakes up. And he just stayed cozy. Every now and then he'd look up at me and kind of chirp a little bit and look around. And I thought, okay, he's okay now. Nope, tucked his head right back down his wings and went right back to sleep. And he'd shiver a little bit every now and then. And I told Chris, I said, I cannot believe this is happening. I cannot believe I'm holding a bluebird. So I unzipped my jacket. It was just a fleece jacket, but it was black, so it was dark. And I took this hand that I was holding him in, and I opened my jacket and just put him right here and kind of tucked him in halfway. Hi, Carrie. So we sat like that. And then my husband got home from one of his Jeep runs where he was out carting nurses to hospitals and stuff. And I got him to get me one of these little condiment cups that I use all the time for my paints and stuff. He filled that with water for me. I thought, well, if he wakes up, I want to see if it'll take some water. Next time he woke up, I held it there and he wasn't interested. So it was Sharon. It was absolutely, that's the only time that will ever happen in my life. And I got to just sit there peacefully, knowing he was warm, and just cuddle him and marvel at the beauty up close. I petted him and just tried to soothe him and stuff. Hi, Glenda. And when he woke up, I kind of tipped the little cup, and he wasn't interested, so I just kind of barely let his beak touch the water. And when he realized it was water, he just started drinking. And I thought, well, that's a good sign. That's a really good sign. We started thinking about, well, my husband went up in the attic and got a bird cage down, fixed a towel inside it. Chris used to have reptiles, so he had those crushed up dried mealworms. So we fixed a little cup of that, and I sat out here with him until he woke up and decided to try to fly. So he flew over here, and I thought, oh me, what am I going to do now? So I just went and scooped him back up and very carefully put him in the cage and draped my black jacket over it a little bit so that if he woke up during the night, you know, he wouldn't, it would be all dark and he wouldn't get upset. And y'all, I don't mind telling you, it crushed me the next morning. I woke up and Chris had come out here to check for me. He knows how I am. And I sat up in bed and I said, is he okay? And Chris just looked at me and shook his head. And my heart sank. That's my sad story. So anyway, but it was such a blessing. There's Mr. Taterbugging coming in. It was just such a blessing to get to hold him for as long as I did. And I hope I didn't do anything wrong and in bringing him in, but it was gonna be 9 degrees that night. I wasn't gonna put him back outside to freeze to death. So
you didn't do anything wrong.
Well, I hope not. So
Did you order?
No, I've got my water right here with me. Thank you. So we're going to not be sad anymore. Hi, Mary Jo. Friday was a rough day. I was just really sad over that sweet little bird, but you know, I got a huge blessing, and Chris has him. It's not thought out enough to bury him, but Chris has him in a little box and with tissues, and he put a sunflower in it, so he'd always have sunshine. I love my son, and I love his sweetheart. Tabitha said he's gone. He's already gone. He never quits. He's constantly moving. So Gerald was sweet enough to, I asked him if I could have a couple of his little feathers, and I want to paint him. If you've seen my profile picture, I could not believe I got that picture. He posed so perfectly. So I'm going to just paint his picture and put it in a shadow box with his little feathers, just as a reminder always of that story. It did me too, Elizabeth. I cried again when he told me he did that. He did that yesterday morning for me, and he has a big heart for animals too. So anyway, he'll get a proper burial, and I'm gonna just have a pretty little shadow box to hang out here that will always be a reminder of that sweet little bird. So not gonna cry. Let's paint some birds. Let's make people happy with bird paintings. So y'all know what I do. I'm gonna flip you over before I get all, nope, not to look out there. You can see the shed out there. Where am I? Where'd I go? Oh, y'all, I did something wrong. How did I do that? Oh my goodness. Somebody tell me how to flip myself back over here. Nope. I'm gone. So, y'all, what did I do? How do I get back around to the front facing camera? This has never happened. Let me see. I'm gonna keep pushing buttons. Somebody tell me what to do. No, that's not it. Here we go. Found it. Okay. All right. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Now you can see what I'm doing. Lord have mercy. I'm crazy. The blood's rushing to your head, Jody. That's good. Norma had you upside down, hanging from your feet. So this is one of the blocks that Mr. Taterbuggen cuts for me. He cuts them and he primes them for me. Hey, Tanya. Oh, heaven help me. It is, Grace. It's melting. It's melting pretty fast in this 57-degree weather. I got stuck upside down. Oh, so what I do when I'm going to design a print is I just take one of whichever size blocks I'm going to use for it. And this is our 5.5-inch size. And I just trace around it just to give me an idea So when we make the prints, we don't have to reduce the size and all that. It'll just come out to the right size. Jody was getting lightheaded. Yeah, Judy, God knew we needed a good laugh after that sappy story, right? Okay, and so this is where I'm going to just sketch out. Y'all are too great. Oh, thank you for making me laugh. And I'm just going to sketch out our funny little birds, a little idea of what we're going to do here. And we're going to, since I'm going to want lettering on it, I think I want my birds right around in here. Maybe I'll figure it out. Okay, so we want 5 birds, and I'm gonna put the tallest one in the middle, and I want them whimsical. Y'all know that. We'll go right up here. They're gonna have funny little bodies. And this again is just giving me an idea of what, you know, kind of how I want to paint them. Okay, we'll put one shorter and maybe kind of fat over here. A goofy little, how do we want this one? He's gonna be looking up at this other one, so we'll do him around like this. This one's gonna be right here and big and fat and round. And let's do a little kind of egg-shaped guy over here. Okay, that's just kind of my outline. I'm probably gonna want to put some kind of, I really want this happy and whimsical. We're gonna have some grass down here. Let's see, we're gonna have the tall legs. Kind of like this, and like this. We're gonna have a little grass all up in here. We're gonna do a whimsical little sunshine somewhere up in here. I thought about designing a woodblock print, and I may still do it. I may paint our little Tatertown birdhouses, you know, for some kind of a print. I think that might be fun. Now, I don't have y'all upside down again, do I? You're seeing it the way I'm seeing it. Yes, okay. And we're gonna have fun colors. And hi, Linda. Hi, Sue. Thank you, Marie. I'm catching up on your comments. Yeah. You did, Jody. That was great. Happy Sunday to you too, Tanya. I've got your block in the works, but we didn't have any more prints of that. So tomorrow is printmaking day too. So that's why I thought I'd go on and paint something else. Mr. Taterbug goes and gets all my prints made for me. All right. I'm happy to see you too, Jody. Becky, I had y'all all over the place, didn't I? Y'all, bless it. I couldn't get my friends back. Oh well, you know, every time I make a mistake like that, I learn from it. So there's that. Oh, y'all know I'm crazy. And I'm going to start out, I think, just painting a little, let's see, I've got pale blue. I'm going to do a little sky. And it's just, this is all going to be loose and fun and whimsical and happy. Springy, because I think everybody's about darn ready for some springtime in their world right now. And, you know, when I paint on paper, it takes it totally different, and sometimes I really love that for a change, because it can look very much like watercolor, and I like that. And it's not going to matter if I get on my lines a little bit for the birds, because we're painting them anyway. Your mistakes keep coming back like Groundhog Day, huh? Oh, me. Yeah, well, I think we all have some of those, too. But things like that, those technical things, I try so hard to learn from them, because, man, me and technical issues don't get along. Oof. And if y'all have seen any of my woodblock prints, a lot of them are just kind of, they kind of fade out to the edges. They're not just completely covered, just because that's a preference. Yeah, it's time to put those snowmen away, isn't it? I'm ready. If y'all noticed, my shelves behind me, I got all of the Valentine stuff out of the way, and I got It's all just spring and flowers now, and of course all my art supplies, but the things that I've created, I wanted those little bird houses. Hi, Roxanne. Those, I love that idea that y'all had during our live the other day about turning them into bird houses. I was just going to do some whimsical houses, bright color houses, which y'all can still do, but I really loved that birdhouse idea. And so they're on my shelves over there. Still haven't decided exactly if I'll sell those or keep them myself or what. You found a cute duck at Hobby Lobby? I'd like to see that. Y'all, Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby are missing me. I'm going to tell you that. Michael's might be missing me a little bit. Elizabeth, have you ventured around the corner to your Dollar Tree? Are they open yet? I would think most everything's probably open back up today. I may just go tomorrow just for a little bit, for my mental health. Please do, Jody. I would love for you to paint with me today. These little birds are so easy and so fun to paint. And I sold a whole bunch of these. I think it was it last spring or spring before last? Let's see, we were in quarantine last spring, so I think it was 2 years ago. But I did teach a quarantine class on how to paint these. Y'all can still go back and look that one up from last spring. I just painted one little bird that day. See how I'm just you know, no rhyme and reason. You're going tomorrow, Elizabeth? I didn't know if you'd have to work tomorrow. Oh, they were open yesterday. Oh, see, I got to get out. The last time I had gotten out was to take my mom to the little minute clinic a week ago Saturday. And we did get out just to go around the corner to Southern Vintage yesterday to refill the booth. That was the first time I've stepped foot out of the house. And you know, it takes a lot for me to go stir crazy because I'm a homebody, but this about did it. I just like to know I can go if I want to. Elizabeth, exactly. Hi, Terry. I'm having a great day. In fact, I was hoping I'd see you here. I just put the finishing touches on all of the blocks that you ordered from the shop. Right up to the last minute before I went live, I put the sealer on them, and so they should ship out. Your whole order should ship out tomorrow, and we appreciate you. Where am I living? I am in Bartlett, Tennessee, just outside of Memphis. We're just northeast of Memphis. I mean, Memphis is like 2 minutes down the road from me. We're just a suburb. Elizabeth, did you get out in all of this stuff? I think Lee from Turquoise Valentine, y'all know Lee, I think she was hibernating like me too. And I certainly can't drive Taterbug in this weather. She'd be in a ditch for sure. Oh, you live in Lakeland. You're our neighbors then, Terry. Well, do you want them shipped or do you just want to do porch pickup tomorrow? I think he's got all of your other kits ready. You can let me know. Fraser is a part of Memphis, actually part of Memphis. We should, Terry. That'd be fun. Oh, I know you were missing those grandbabies, Elizabeth. Elizabeth has twin grandbabies, a boy and a girl that are the most precious little things. Oh my goodness. And of course she doesn't even like them one little bit. You do know Lee, Terry? I think everybody knows Lee. She's a big deal. Okay, so I may add some more. We're going to see where the grass is going to be. I don't know yet. So let's go on and let's do a couple little birds. I think for this middle tall one, I'm going to start with that one. Well, you know what? No, I'm going to start on this end. Let's do this. I think I want to do this little bird and lush foliage. It's a pretty green. Oh, did you, Cindy? Fraser was nice in 1972. I remember we lived in Whitehaven back then. And Fraser was a really nice part of town. Yeah, Charlene. Who wouldn't love Lee? I mean, come on. She is wonderful. And I was so lucky to get to meet her that day at Dollar Tree and go shopping. We just had the best time. Look at these funny little birds. I've missed painting them. It's going to be interesting. I can't shade as well, obviously, on paper as I can on canvas or wood, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Let me grab a little bit of black. Terry, I don't give any private lessons, but I do have monthly classes here on Facebook. They're in my shop. And y'all, I realized that I'm at the end of February. We're in the last week of February. And I have not even decided about the March class. Terry, we did a cow this month in class, and I have a different theme every month, and I lose my train of thought. Different theme every month, but you can go back at any time. Anybody can go back at any time and join a class. Jody, you're so sweet. Thank you for saying that. We did a lettering class in January. We did snowmen in December. And in November was a gnome. That was our first one. So while we're here, it's different every month. I pick a day. I'll let you know when I start the next class. And I'll usually tell everybody the live painting day will be on such and such date. And you can watch it at your convenience. I always suggest that you watch it. I always forget to do this. Let me do this first real quick. Watch me live the first go around, and then go back at your convenience when you can just sit peacefully and pause the video as you paint and not feel rushed. That's the way I suggest do it. You're absolutely welcome to paint with me live too, though. I had to put his little fuzzy hair on there. Hi, Deanna. You sign up by, if you go to our shop, taterbuggin.myshopify.com, there are collections, and the collection called, I think it's just called art classes, is on there, and you'll see all of my art classes listed there, and you can sign up right there. Once you sign up, I'll get a notification that you signed up, and I will send you the link to the private group page. And that's all there is to it. I'll usually have a supplies list for y'all. I try to, we always have a really nice, sweet community of ladies that help one another, and I'm there to answer any questions. Sometimes they can jump right in there and answer for me, and that's wonderful. And I try to have an extra, like a little craft before the month is out that fits whatever theme we're doing. This week in our cow painting class, I finally found a couple of cow crafts that I think would be fun to do, and so I'll probably do those with that group this week. So, you know, just a little bonus. Terry, I really try my best to, I'll either give you a template to whatever we're painting, or I will break it down into simpler little ways to explain it, you know, line by line. If I'm going to walk you through actually sketching something out, I really try to do it that way, you know, and give you any tips and tricks during the painting that I can. And so while we're here and y'all are sitting here watching me paint these funny little birds, throw out some ideas of things that, no, but it's about to do it again, that you might like for upcoming classes. I know it'll be March. Y'all, I don't really decorate for St. Patrick's Day. I'm not opposed to any of the crafts. I'd love to do some actually, but I just, that's just not one I've ever done a lot of. So I kind of skip on to Easter and spring, you know, this time of year. So anything like that would be, I think would be fun. But I want to do things that, can you see the past painting after you sign up? I'm not quite understanding the question. Let's see. If you have signed up for any class, any of my classes, you'll have access to every video that I share in there, or any type of instruction that I share in there indefinitely. You know, you'll have access to that class forever, as long as Facebook is around and leaves my pages up. As you know, we're all kind of at their mercy, but yeah. Flowers, lemons, peaches, birds, spring bouquet. I love painting flowers. Fuzzy bunnies would be fun to paint too. Yes. I hope I answered your question, Carol. If not, ask me again. Okay, that was it. Okay. Oh, thank you, Marlene. Now, see, that makes me so happy. Frida, then you kind of have to celebrate or decorate for it, don't you? Birds, lemons, rooster, donkey. Oh, donkey. That's a great one. Sunflower. Oh, these are all good. Terry, I have a different theme every month. So you can go back. When you go look up the art classes, I usually have I always have a picture that goes with the class. So you'll see what we paint in that class, and you can just pick whatever appeals to you. The one in November was a gnome. So I painted him Christmassy, but they're $10, Sharon. It's just $10, flat fee of $10, unlimited access. And like I said, I try to include at least one fun craft somewhere else in the month after we've done our painting. But with the gnome, I painted him in Christmas colors, but told everybody you don't have to. You can paint him in any colors you want. And he's holding a star. But I've had others paint him. They painted him for Valentine's Day, and he was holding a heart. One, I remember, held a gingerbread man for Christmas. So you can adjust that one still. It can be a spring one. If you wanted to put bunny ears coming out of his hat, you could do that. Oh, that'd be pretty, Betty. And a cute bunny would be fun. Linda, I'm always open to suggestions. Now, have I done nautical? I'm trying to think if there's anything nautical that I've actually done before. Y'all shout it out if you can remember anything offhand. Something beachy. I think closer to the summer, I've thought it would be fun to paint those cute flip-flops and, just fix them up however we want to. And the thing that usually happens is in the classes, after I show you how easy it is, y'all take it and just really bring it up a notch. You really blew me out of the water with your cow paintings. I mean, they were out of this world. Carol, I'm not that far along yet. We're just trying to grow in different ways through all of the changes that are happening. And we just started our shop this year, and you can pay there online. I need to figure out if I could do it where you could just auto pay once a month and be a part of everyone. But I don't want anybody to have to pay for a class that is not, just not your thing, something you wouldn't be interested in. So I wanted to give y'all the opportunity to pick and choose the classes that you were interested in. Oh, Betty, oh my goodness. Well, you just blessed my heart big time, I'll tell you that. That makes me so happy. I don't think that it's even possible to give back to y'all as much as you've blessed us. To keep our little business going during a full year of pandemic and all the things that have gone on is just, I can't even put it into words. I think flip-flops would be so fun too. We may put that out for like June or something. We're going to go with Island Blue for this next little guy. So you see, I'm just using these fun, springy colors for these little guys. And I hope they're going to print well. Sometimes some colors don't print well. I'm hoping these will. I just never know. Sarge always has to have something to say while I'm live, doesn't he? And y'all hear him. Yeah, that's right, Carol. If there's, I'm just setting them up month by month. I'll probably be getting the March one set up this week. I'll get all the details ironed out, set up a page, and when I have everything ready, I will announce it on my Tater Buggin' page. And then, if it's something that you think you'd be interested in, you can just go to the shop. I'll probably have a link right there directly to my shop where you can go and sign up. But you don't, that's my whole reason for doing it this way, so that y'all wouldn't have to pay for a class that you really weren't interested in. Some people might not want to paint a cow, and I get that. So anyway, thanks, Luann. These ended up being one of my all-time favorites too, I think. I just have had such a good time painting these little guys, because they can all be different every time. They're never the same. You can make them any shape you want to, and it's just with the finishing touches that make you realize, oh, they're funny little birds. Me too. I missed what Becky said, but Jody, we don't turn on the TV. We were without internet and TV from Wednesday around 5 o'clock until yesterday at noon. I didn't care a thing about missing out on the TV, but I was so glad my sister-in-law told me I could use my phone as a hotspot, or I would have lost my mind. Terry, this is actually just on heavy cardstock paper. I am designing the next woodblock print, and that's how I do it. I just put them on this heavy cardstock, and then we have prints made from it. It's just a little easier, more substantial for me to paint on. And let's see, the last one's going to be Vivid Pink. okay. I believe I taught this class once at Southern Vintage before we went into quarantine. I actually got to teach it in person. Well, that's true, Michelle. I mean, and we have Netflix and we have Amazon Prime. I refuse to get any more of those streaming services because I think that's enough. I watch a lot of YouTube. I have a lot of favorite YouTubers. I can't do without them. But as far as regular TV, I don't watch it at all. I used to watch a couple of the Discovery shows, but now they put them on Discovery Plus, so you have to pay extra, and I'm not doing that. There's too many other things to watch out there. One of my very favorite, I found them during quarantine on YouTube, is Kara and Nate. They used to travel all around the world. Most precious little couple, and they're actually from Tennessee, just outside of Nashville. And I just fell in love with their sweet selves, and I still watch them. They've had to really pivot, of course, during, since they couldn't travel anymore, and they bought a van and are traveling around the country, and it's very interesting. And I just have a ball with those cute people. Was it, Luann? I forgot that. Yeah, it's Southern Vintage. We had, I do miss having classes there. I really do. I tried to do one there once every couple of months, I think. And it was really nice to get to be with everybody in person and put faces with names. And I feel like I made a lot of new friends that way, too. I don't know when or if that's ever going to come back. Do you watch them, Pam? I saw that they put out a new one this morning, so all day long I'm going to look forward to getting to watch my Kara and Nate video tonight. I have some favorite crafters on YouTube. I have all my favorite crafters here on Facebook, of course. Are y'all going to be able to watch the event next weekend? My sweet husband went and bought me a Frappuccino. Y'all, he is too good. Thank you, baby. Simple Treasures Crafter Circle is doing their next event to celebrate their group. I'd say their group, our group, hitting 10K this month. And I have a slot Sunday at 2. I tried to keep it, right where I usually am. And we have to come up with, all the crafters have to come up with something to do for the theme of 10. And I don't even know yet. So I gotta figure that out. Y'all want to run get this other orange. I want a brighter orange. And y'all will hear Sarge tippy-tapping across the floor getting his ball. Were those? I think those hearts were for Mr. Taterbuggin, weren't they? Because he went and got me a coffee. He's the best. Oh, but now he's got a brain freeze because he drank it too fast. Irresponsible Frappuccino drinking. Come on now. Oh, that hurt, didn't it? I wish y'all could have seen that face he was making. Hi, Tina. That's okay. We're designing our next woodblock print. Frida, I always block those weekends off, and that's all I watch. I watch all the crafters all weekend long, and they're always so much fun. And I love how everybody does a completely different interpretation, on whatever theme it is. Everybody, I guess y'all know, every crafter has their own particular style, and it's so much fun to watch what they come up with to do. I couldn't be more honored to have been asked to be a part of that group. I felt like I had made it to the cool kids table. Now y'all remember, this is a whimsical sunshine. It's talk about wonky. We're gonna do Terry, you need to go over and look up Simple Treasures Crafters Circle. Oh, that dog and his ball. And just follow that page. And you'll see the lineup. I'll be sharing the lineup soon too, of who's going to be on at what time, and you go follow their pages, and we all go live on our own pages, but they're shared. All the videos will be shared on in that group, Simple Treasures Crafters Circle, and they'll be there forever. All right. I don't know about that sunshine, but we're gonna cute it up at the end. We're gonna figure it out. Okay, now let's put some little beaks on these little guys. They got funny little beaks, you know. Simple Treasures Crafters Circle. Let me see what I missed over here. Oh, Judy, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, Linda, that group of ladies, I'm telling you, they are as precious and wonderful behind the scenes as they are in front of the camera. Absolutely. They're just awesome women. And so, you know, some of the husbands get involved too, and they're just fantastic as well. Yeah, Jody, there's so many good ones. And, you know, some of those ladies, they amaze me. They go live almost every day. And, you know, I think that's wonderful. And I try to catch them whenever I can, catch them live. Sometimes, you know, they'll hop on when they're shopping. It cracked me up when I was shopping with Lee at the Dollar Tree that day. And she said, oh, I need to take some pictures. We had already been there a couple of hours, I swear. But she said, I'm going to take some pictures to share with everybody. And then she said, no, I'm going to go live. And I thought, well, okay. And boom, she had like 600 people watching. Very impressive. You see these funny little beaks? And they're going to be kind of like, if you took the snowman class, kind of like the snowmen, where they're kind of looking at each other. They're all looking in it in different directions and with funny little faces. And y'all, I don't think there's any way to mess these birds up. I mean, look at them. They're just silly. Let me go on and put a little highlight in each one while it's still damp. It dries out so fast on this paper. Oh, that was a bit much. Let me fix that. Yeah, like that. Let's put a beak on this little guy. So sometime this week, probably before Wednesday, you'll see this woodblock print posted on my page and added to our shop. As long as the prints turn out. There we go. It's a little different, like I was saying earlier, painting these guys on paper. Look at there. What did I do? I had some pink on me. I'll have to fix that. Things like that will show up in a print so bad. Ugh. That's okay. All right, let's give them little faces. I've got the black. Let me get my little bitty paintbrush out. Oh, thank you, Frida. I appreciate that. Sandy, let me pull one over here that I was just working on. These are curing. This is one of my woodblock prints. Here we are. This is one of our small bird blocks. I painted it on a vintage hymnal page, this little cardinal. I have several of my little birds like this. I have all different kinds for all seasons. Let me just grab one more so you can see the difference in what I'm talking about. This is a barn that I had painted on, actually painted on a linen canvas, and we had prints made. And we have Gerald does all my wood cutting and priming, and we have all of these in our shop, online shop. It's the woodblock prints, honestly, have been our biggest seller across the board in our booth and everything. Because they're affordable, you know, and I'm not having to paint each one. So if people don't mind a print and they like wood art, it's a nice little gift, you know, to give, or a nice little shelf sitter. Okay, let's put some expressions on these faces. I'm gonna do a couple of eyes right here. And give this little beak just a little dimension. I don't want to go too crazy with paint there. Okay. I like to do some of them with their eyes close together, some with their eyes further apart, so they'll all end up having their own little personality. I even took one of the paintings I did of these birds. I think it was during quarantine last year. And I found a place online called Micro Puzzles. And they come in what looks like a little test tube, and little bitty puzzles. And sold puzzles of these little guys. And we sold a whole bunch of those. Everybody was wanting puzzles, you know, during quarantine, and it was just a teeny, it works out to like 4x6 size, but ended up being so cute. I still have mine on the side of the refrigerator. I Mod Podged it when I finished it, and put a magnet on the back and just put it on the side of the fridge. See, I'm trying to go really light-handed because the paper is not very forgiving. Okay, let's see. How many pieces were the puzzles? I need to look that up. I can't remember right offhand. I'll look that up and let you know. You have two woodblock prints, or the puzzles. Stephanie, I used to sell my prints a lot. We have not done that lately, but I would really like to get back into that. You know, I kind of reached a ceiling on what I could humanly produce, you know, and feel Southern vintage. And we had several restaurant locations around town. Of course, you know, during quarantine, the restaurants had a really hard time. One little cafe is still closed. All they have is curbside, so you don't see any of the art there. So that hit us pretty hard. But some of the restaurants are back open again, but they just haven't picked up on art sales like they used to. But anyway, I had kind of reached my limit on what I could produce, and started having to look into ways to do prints. And so, Susie, I just had that one order. I'm thinking I might try to bring those back out again, because I have a lot of new followers that didn't get to take part in that. So if that's something you'd be interested in, Micro Puzzles actually reached out to me after that and wanted to work with me. So I may see if they still are interested in that. I'll share, it was so far back, it would take forever, I guess, for y'all to go back and find that post, but I will try to find that and share it again and see if there's interest, and I might just go on and do another order of them. And like I said, they're not really simple to do, but they're 4x6, so you can do them in any little spot. If you wanted to sit in your recliner with a lap desk and put that puzzle together, you could. It doesn't take up a whole table. I even thought about making another one of my paintings into a puzzle. You've really got to look at, you know, which ones lend themselves to something like that, I suppose. But anyway. Okay, Susie, I'll absolutely, let me make a list. Let me make a note. Let me just get this out, make a note of that so I don't forget, because y'all know how my brain is now. They're not, I will say they're not real inexpensive, but they're definitely, you know, kind of one of a kind thing. But the more I order, the less it costs you, obviously. So I tried to get as many as possible. Okay, we're just going to I'm going to use my little jelly roll pen, and give them some expression here. And again, if you happen to order the little wood kits for these birds, you can, you know, kind of, if you want to go do some of the same things I do to decorate their faces, you can. Now this is going to be the trickiest part. I've got to take a little bit of a gray. Where's my gray here? And see if I can shadow those eyes the way I do on canvas or wood. What is this one? Drizzle gray. Let's try that. Just so you can, let's see if this one's going to be, this one may be too light. Yeah, I'm going to need a little deeper gray here. Okay, bear with me, y'all. Let me grab a little bit deeper gray. Jody, I appreciate it. Y'all just keep on keeping me busy. That's what I want. I love it. I love it. That one wasn't the right one. We don't want him to be shiny. Here we go. Rain gray. Let's go just a tad deeper here so we can see a little shading around the eyes. Yeah, it'll be a sad day when y'all don't want anything from Tater Buggin' anymore. I will promise you that. I gotta keep it where y'all like what we do and stay fresh. Let's see here. This is not as easy on paper, y'all, as I thought it was going to be. And bringing it down to this size. I mean, yeah, to this size. Okay, that's better. Let's try. I'm liking this gray a little bit better. Oh, who said that? Let me see. Oh, Renee, that is amazing. I'd love to see his work. I bet it's beautiful. I don't really do people. Oh, Susie, that's so sweet. I was telling somebody earlier in a message, you know, it's my job. This is what God bless me given me this opportunity to do something like this for y'all and with y'all, and being a part of the crafters circle opened up more doors to meet y'all. You know, I didn't do Facebook Lives very often before, and this has just been the biggest blessing to me, honestly, to get to know y'all better and interact with you real time. It's just been amazing. Geneva, what I usually use is canvas or wood. I love to paint on canvas and wood. But when I design a woodblock print, and I know it's specifically for a woodblock print, I start with paper, so it'll be easier for the printing process. We have taken some of my canvas paintings in for prints. You have to, it's a whole process to, of course, resize it, make it the size, you know, for the block that we want to put it on, and then get it, you know, multiples printed. So I usually, when I know for sure that I'm gonna, this, like all my skylines that I do, we have a long rectangular block. So I plan those out on paper to that block size. And my printer has put the skylines on sweatshirts and coffee mugs and tote bags and those wine tumblers. So if it's the, you know, certain things can be printed on more than just our wood blocks. For instance, she probably would be able to take this one, depending on how the background prints on her equipment, and put this on a t-shirt or a mug, or you know, any extra things like that. Do you see how their eyes are changing now? You know, you're starting to see a little bit more expression. Wouldn't it, Jody? I think that would be so cute. I did a vertical snowman, just like our snowman class, on a woodblock print. These are acrylic paints. I'm just working with acrylics, but I was saying in the beginning, it's funny with paper, they almost look like watercolors. But boy, it really dries fast, so shading is a bear on this paper. You know, I can move, I have time to move the paint around a lot more on wood and canvas. No certain brand of paint. I've got, right here on the table right now, I have Anita's, I've got Ceram Coat, I've got Craft Smart, I've got Folk Art. I also use Americana. I've used them enough now that I know the ones that are a little thicker and the other ones that are a little thinner. For instance, Folk Art tends to be thicker. And so I'll know that in advance when I'm buying it. But I mostly go by the color that I want when I'm out there gathering my supplies and paint shopping. Anita's is usually the thinner paint. But I like them all. They all work well for me. Now we're going to put, I want to fix this one little eye if at all possible. And I may have to do that with my pen because it's just so tiny. I don't know if my paintbrush might just take it all away. This little white dot is too big for his eye. There we go. Fixed it with a pen. And this we're going to use again in a minute. Grace, if you take this step by step, I promise you, you can do this. You can really do this. There's nothing to it. All right, let's take our little white jelly roll again, and let's just go on and give them a little more expression with some, we're going to put some little eyebrows on some of them. See how that just gives them a little more expression? You can just have fun with these little guys. The ones that we make the kits for actually have dowel legs. You know, the bird is wood that Gerald cuts, and then there are 2 dowel legs. You can add wood beads for knees if you want to. And they have a base that they stand on. And then I always like to stick feathers out the top of mine. And you put like 5 of those in a row, and they're so funny and so cute. Okay, let's do some detail work here. Y'all know how I am about that. I just want to lightly go around everything with this little fine point pen. Make it a little extra whimsical, give it some, let's see, where's this pen? It's just Jelly Roll. I think that's the name of it. It starts with a G, G-E-L-L-Y, because it's a gel pen. Any gel pen will do, but I think I probably picked that up at Hobby Lobby. Oh, the Frappuccino is so good. It's just a coffee Frappuccino, and oh, I love it so much. Now, let's see if I can try not to mess this up. Okay, let's go over here and start giving this a little more detail. Just very carefully, you know, going around. It doesn't even have to be solid. It's just a hint of a line so you can see the outline of your little bird, and it will really, really finish it off. And those little black lines kind of set off the hair so you can see it better. He doesn't, Frida. We actually order our wood beads from Amazon because it's really actually cheaper to do it that way. He did just recently invest in a lathe, so he'll be turning table legs and stuff on his own here soon. He's, you know, kind of getting the hang of it right now. He'll take an old window and turn it into a table. If you saw my booth pictures that I posted last night, we have one in our booth now. He's made several of those. And oh, they're one of my favorites. I swear if I had a place for one in my house, I would have one. But it'll be so nice to, you know, he would go try to find reclaimed, what am I trying to say? Salvaged wood legs or things, spindles. He's used spindles for legs. But now he'll be able to actually create his own, and that'll be fun. He's a great woodworker. I mean, he can build lots of great things. You know, Terry, I used to have a whole set of gel pens. They're probably still around here. I just don't use them very often, but I specifically bought that white pen because I knew these were really, really good, and I knew I would be using white. That has lasted me probably 5 years, so it's been well worth it. All right, I think we'll put some knees on these little guys. We'll put our wording at the bottom, and we'll have a woodblock print design. What do y'all think so far? How is it looking? And I want to clean up any hint of, look what I did there. I put some grass there, y'all. Got too carried away. Now, thank you, Elizabeth. Thanks, Terry. I'm glad y'all are liking these. I'm just gonna put a couple of funny little knees on them. Now, see, I think it would be fun to have a row of 5 of the whimsical birdhouses in a painting to go with these little guys. Okay, now let's just do a little grass at the bottom. And this will just be, we're just gonna go quick on this. See how this will do. Thank you, Tracy. Thanks, Deanna. I'm glad y'all like these. Yeah, y'all know I love whimsical. We could go so far as to add a few flowers if we wanted to. You know, here we're just whatever. On yours, you can just have a big time and paint some daisies that have faces on them. Everybody needs a little happy right now. And these sweet little birds usually bring a smile. They at least do to me. And you can't mess these little birds up. They're just blobs, you know? And I think that's what makes them so cute. All right, now we're gonna go back in with just a little, this is called Iguana. It's just a lighter shade of green. This first one was olive green. And we'll just add a little of this lighter green in with the dark. Let those mix a little bit. Thank you for doing that, Charlene. I appreciate it. You could draw this grass. Terry, I'm serious. 6 years ago, I told anybody I could not draw, I couldn't paint, that I did not have an artistic bone in my body. I did other crafts, but I never did paint. Who'd have ever thought? God has a sense of humor, y'all. I'm not even kidding. So let me just show you something. You're gonna love it. Now, here comes the fun part. We're gonna figure out our whimsical lettering that's gonna go right here at the bottom. And I'm gonna very lightly take my pencil and, you know what, Grace? As long as you start out with a really, really light hand, you won't. If you go in heavy-handed though, boy, it will be a hot mess. I make lots of messes. See, good thing it's just grass. I just smudged that, I swear. Let's see how we want to do this. It's whimsical, so we want our writing to be kind of whimsical. I think I'm going to do a mixture of script and block lettering. Let's see. We can always erase it if we don't like it. And I'm going to use y'all's advice on this, so you're going to help me along the way. And this will be in black. Can y'all see? So see, I've got script and I've got a little whimsical kind of block lettering or printing. And let's do I'll have to fix that Y. I don't know. Okay. What do I need to change? I can't tell if I like that or not. I think I'm going to change this bottom line a little bit. Let's see. Let me try it. Oh, did y'all see that big lettering project I did this week? Oh, that like killed me. But we got it. We got it done. He put the sealer on it yesterday. That'll go to the salon this week. Every's bugging you? Okay, let's see. What can we do with every? Yeah, I like little, and I like is. Thing doesn't seem too bad. I think it'll be, but I don't know about every. What's wrong with it? Toss stuff out. Let's see how I could do gonna. Nope, nope, nope. See, lettering, y'all, it's trial and error. Thank you, Judy. Okay, if I move gonna under little, gonna be all right. Okay, let's see if I can fit it in. Y'all know that song. Did you see that little boy, that precious little boy singing this song? Oh, goodness. My heart. Why can't I? Okay, that's going to need a little work right in here. Were you, Renee? You saw it? Well, actually, the thing is, Tracy, it's a song, and it's every little thing is going to be all right. And that's what I saw this morning, and that's kind of what set all this off. And I thought, okay, now what would work with that? And it needed to be whimsical, and that sweet little boy singing it. And you know, y'all, some of these woodblock prints I've designed, I haven't hardly sold any of. You win some, you lose some. Some of them sell like crazy. We can't keep enough. So I never, ever know. And it's so great when I'm online with y'all. That's what I was thinking this morning. Why not do that live? Because you always help me, you know, work through all of this and give me your ideas. And it's just wonderful. Oh, he was so, so sweet. I just wanted to scoop him up. Now, I got some new brushes because y'all know I messed up my favorite lettering brush. So I'm going to try on live Facebook a new lettering brush for the very first time. I haven't tried this one yet. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, it's so sweet, Linda. You need to see that video. If I find it, I'll post it to my page with this picture when I share it. All right, let's see if I can not mess this up now with paint. Oh, and a brand new brush, y'all. I'm going to have to tilt it a little bit. And like I said in my lettering class, a lot of people think that, you know, lettering just means writing, and it's not. It's, this one's going to be too, I can tell this one's not going to work just by that first little stroke. It's definitely not. It's a whole process. It's muscle memory. It's practice. Oh, that's a great idea, Geneva. And the little notes go along with the birds. What do y'all think? Should we put the put a few little tiny whimsical music notes around it. Oh, I don't like this lettering brush. And I would just use a pen on this, but I taught myself with a paintbrush and paint, and I don't do as well with an actual, you know, like a brush pen. Okay, so yes, oh, thank you, Frida. You're so great. There he is. Okay, music notes it'll be then. We're going to do some cute little whimsical music notes around it. Okay, I know I have gone an hour and a half. If y'all need to go, it's not going to hurt my feelings. I didn't think it would take this long. But I wanted y'all to get an idea of what it's going to look like before it's finished. You can always come back later and I'll have posted this. I usually post the design when I finish it. And then when we start making the first woodblock prints, when they're ready, I will post a picture of those too. So you'll be seeing this. And y'all just cross your fingers for me that it's going to print well. Yeah, Jody, isn't that sweet? That's a sweet reminder. Some people have really had a hard week, or we've all had a hard last year, and this year hasn't started out very promising either, so we just have to remind ourselves it's going to be all right. Oh, Judy, thank you so much. Don't you let dinner get cold, though. Your family will get on to me if their dinner's late because I took too long painting. Thank you so much, Grace. Y'all are so sweet. I just can't believe that y'all would give your time to me so freely. That's just wonderful. Oh, thank you, Liz. I'm thrilled. Y'all like anything I do, really. I promise you that. Okay, Elizabeth, thank you for being here. I love you. Elizabeth and I went to school together from 2nd grade on. I've known her a lot of years. And I'm so thankful we got to reconnect through Facebook. Oh, your 27-year-old son? Yeah, he can probably do it himself now. If he's anything like my son, he cooks better than me when he sets his mind to it. I can't believe he's my youngest, and he is going to be 30 on Saturday. How is this possible? I'm not that old. Oh, thanks, Kim. This is going to be a new woodblock print. We just sat here today, hanging out on a Sunday afternoon, and designed it because we need some spring and some reminders that every little thing's going to be all right. Lettering can be tedious, but y'all, it has turned out to be one of the most relaxing things I do. Once the hard part's over, that's figuring out the style of lettering and the placement. Once that's done, and I can just sit back and I'll turn on music or a video and just letter, and it's one of the most relaxing parts. Judy, absolutely. Anything I paint, you are welcome to paint. I would love that. I would love to see what you come up with. It's going to be wonderful. Y'all, most of the time, y'all come up with ones that are far better than what I did. You take it up to the next level and make it so pretty. Thank you, Renee. And I'll tell y'all this. I guess she's probably gone now, but Elizabeth is the one that forced me into learning how to letter. I had turned down a lot of lettering jobs, and told people, no, I don't do lettering, and I don't have a Cricut. I don't do stenciling. Stenciling drives me crazy. I think it's amazing that women can do that, or that anybody can do that. My dad used to stencil beautifully. Oh, it hurts my head, and I never get it right. I would rather take the time and do it this way. So I just turned down a lot of jobs. Well, Elizabeth's daughter was getting married, and she wanted me to do this big board, actually letter this big board for her daughter's wedding reception. I told her absolutely not. I wasn't going to do it. And she said, oh, yes, you are. She said, I have faith in you. You can do it. And I kept trying to argue with her and tell her, no, you don't want me to do that. I can't do it. And she wouldn't take no for an answer. So guess who had to figure it out? So I had to do a crash course in learning how to letter, teach myself how to do it. And bless her heart, she said that still hangs in her daughter and son-in-law's house. And through her doing that, I found out that I really love it. Okay, now see, this is going to work a little different with the paint and a paintbrush than this pencil. But the beauty of using a pencil or chalk, if I'm on canvas, I always chalk out my lettering, because if it doesn't match up with the way it comes out, I just erase it or wipe it off. Any of it that shows. What I have found on this paper and making prints is that if I've made a mistake somewhere, if there's for instance, I'm gonna work on thing and every, because they're not making me real happy right now, but I can go back with white paint and kind of fix things, and that doesn't show up in the printing process at all. The first time that happened, I thought, oh, it's going to be a big white blob. It just disappears. And so that's a wonderful thing. We're almost there, y'all. This brush is not comparable to my one that I loved so much. I'm going to have to reorder that set on Amazon. Anybody still with me? Did y'all fall asleep through all this? There's my dog. He has to cough at least one time during every live, I swear. And yes, we've had that cough checked out recently, so he's all right. Okay, some of you are still here. Thank you. Let's see if we can fix this right in here. The other good thing about making a whimsical piece is, people will forgive you a lot of mistakes for those, and you can count it as a, I was going for that look, with whimsy, but I don't want to, I've got to be okay with it. Or if every time I'm going to look at it, it's going to make me upset, I got to fix it. Y'all are, Cecile. I didn't even know you were here, Cecile. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for not leaving me. Sitting here all alone. Oh, good, Betty. How's it going? I'm a little intimidated by those. I got to tell you, I got to see part of Agnes's when she had made hers. And then I saw Amanda make hers the other night on Amanda Made. And where was I? I think I was having to watch on my phone because I was doing something else. So I didn't get to like really, really pay close attention. But from what I saw, I was a little intimidated to try, but I really want to try to make a bluebird. Okay, now let me come back in over here and see if I can make myself like this E there. That's a little better. And here, my H and my G are a little too fat in places, so I'm going to tweak that. But let's see if we can put a couple of little... oh, was it, Betty? I didn't know if they used the same technique or not because I didn't get to see much of Agnes's that night. So... I do want to go back and watch it. I'd have to watch it while I do it, I'm sure. Y'all ought to really look up some music notes to see if I'm even doing it right. Jumbo cotton ball for the body. Oh, Betty, I'm so sorry. I am, Kim. I'm absolutely doing it. We talked a lot about that earlier, and people threw out their ideas. So if you have some ideas of what you'd like to see in upcoming months, I've got to get that set up. I've got to make a decision on the theme for March and get your group set up and get it put in the shop. We've thrown out flowers, a bouquet of flowers. Y'all, what else? There was sunflowers, birds, bunnies. Y'all help me out. What else did we talk about? I'm going to always go back and look at them again. Do you, Stephanie? I think this song is so sweet. Oh, there's a pen. Okay. See, now that will help me so much. I am so visual. I have to be looking at something, or if I'm doing an art video tutorial, I have to watch it through one time and then go back when I can pause it and actually paint. I just have to, I have to see something. Oh, please do, Betty. Y'all, if you're not already a member of Taterbug and Sweet Taterbugs, come on over there. All you got to do, there's 2 questions to answer. Just be a follower of Taterbuggin' and the Taterbuggin' page, and then just agree to our little simple rules of being kind to each other. And then, post whatever you make would be so great. Somebody, Frida, posted the bluebird. She made a bluebird the other day and referenced my sweet little bluebird, and tears. I had tears. I'm not ashamed to say that made me cry. It was so sweet. And then I was watching Lee Valentine, the Turquoise Valentine, Friday night, and her cute little craft she did at the very end in honor of my bluebird. She put a little bluebird on it. Well, there went the tears again. So, yeah. Do you see how I'm doing this? Just going in with some white that was a little too thick. And I think it's going to be all right. Just like the song says. We're going to make it all right here. What's awful is when I have designed a woodblock print like this and I get to the very last bit and I smudge something, beyond repair, or oh, that kills me, and I have to start completely over. Y'all see how long it takes, and some designs are a lot harder than this one, so that's a hurtful thing right there. Okay. All right, y'all. So, how did we do? Did we do okay? I'm going to thin down this G just a little bit right here. Is that good and whimsical enough? Oh, thank you, Judy. That's exactly what I was going for. I just wanted it to be fun, bring some smiles, be joyful. Let's see. I always kind of try to hide my signature in here somewhere. Let's just put it over here in the grass. And I'm going to let this dry, and then I will erase any sign of my pencil markings. Can y'all think of anything else? Do we need to do anything else to it? I'm going to flip y'all up here and try not to face you out my window again, because that's what I did. If y'all weren't here, I had them looking out the window for who knows how long. And I didn't know how to fix it. The bluebird needs, it needs a little heart. Y'all, that's so sweet. I'm adding a heart to it. I will. I'm going to do that. Yes, here's let me show you. Let me fix it. Let's go this way. And can y'all, oh, it's backwards. That always gets me. And I'll post a picture of it up close. Probably, I usually try to post my work between 4:30 and 5-ish. And so you'll see it up close there. And then when we get the first prints onto wood and cured and everything, I will post pictures of the blocks, and we'll get them in the shop, and people will be able to buy them. Excuse me, and I'll put them in my booth at Southern Vintage. It was so much fun to design a woodblock print with y'all today. And if you're in my cow painting class, I think tomorrow, if I can get all the supplies for what I want to do, I'm going to go live in that group tomorrow and do a little fun cow-related craft. I have 2 that I want to do, but I got to make sure I can find all the ingredients, as I say, to do it. So, oh, Terry, I'm so sorry to hear that. We may need to have a cardinal painting class. I have painted so many cardinals. This was one of my first. It's on a woodblock print now. But I have my cardinal woodblock prints. I have several different ones, and they sell better than any. They're probably the biggest seller. I am so sorry to hear that, and I'm so sorry for your loss. I just glanced over there. If y'all were watching the live video where I told you when I got off live I was going to plant my Dollar Tree basil and daisy kit and let you know how it was going. They've all sprouted, and they're coming up, so I'll have to post a picture of how they're doing. I haven't killed them yet, so that's that. Okay, wow, hour and 45 minutes, way more than I should have gone, but we got it finished. And I'll get it posted, and I love you all. Thanks for being here with me and sharing your Sunday afternoon with me. And I'll probably see you again on Tuesday afternoon if I can come up with something fun to do. Okay? Bye, y'all. Love you so much.